Blok Drop U. I know a great deal of you out there must be saying, what? That's a game for the Wii U? Yep, it exists. First things first, I want to apologize that the video looks a little too quick to enjoy. Playing this game only takes seconds, so sorry about that in advance. Blok Drop U is about your quest to make sure your red blocks make it onto one of the black ledges, and you have to disappear the blocks below it in order to move it there, as it falls in the way gravity would move it. This game is not easy. You might even have a problem getting past level 3. Every 10 levels, the difficulty level increases. At first it starts off with just the normal gameplay. Then they add in saws to make adequate ledges even harder to find. And then 10 levels later, they have you deal with bouncy blocks, which makes getting your red blocks over the ledges even harder. And then the game is over. If you're counting along, that is 30 levels. That's it. The creators didn't even mix the two level designs. They could have just put out 10 more levels with bouncy blocks with buzzsaws. But no, they only do one or the other. Now to control this game, it's very simple. You just use the Wii U gamepad's controller. You touch the blocks that you can make disappear, which all basically look the same. They do come in different shapes and sizes, but they're all pretty obvious which ones you can push. You just make them all disappear, and once they're all gone, and if you're on a ledge, you win the level. Most of the gameplay comes down to luck. You can predict where the red block is going to land sometimes based on previous attempts, but most of the time it will be just pure luck. This was a bit minor, but I also didn't like that if you accidentally pressed exit, which by the way is very easy to do, you would go back to the main menu. They should have had a "are you sure?" question before that happens, and you lose all your progress. Now they do let you start off at level 1, 11, or 21 from the main menu, so that's at least something. However, more than once I was halfway through a level section, and then I hit exit by mistake, and I had to start at the beginning of the section again. And if you're expecting some big thing at the end of this 30-minute game, don't. It says thanks for playing and you can replay the game again. Graphically, the game looks okay. I say okay because really, what kind of graphics do you need for this type of game? Sure, it would have looked better if they spent more than 10 minutes coming up with the design, but that probably would have increased how much the game cost. It's currently selling for only $1.99. However, it feels like one of those free games that you would download on the iPhone. It's almost as basic as it can get, save for the level choice at the beginning. Blok Drop U is a very economical game. The graphics were very basic, it controlled fine, and it was a very challenging game. This title will take you about 30 minutes to beat, or at least that's how long it took me. My main issue with this game is the lack of substance. Sure, there's a challenge in getting the red block on the black ledges, but there really is no real skill involved. It all came basically down to luck, and if I wanted to play a game like that, I would play a slot machine simulator. Sure, it's only $1.99, but there is very little replayability, and I don't think there's enough levels to justify even a 99-cent price, let alone $1.99. So I think you should skip this game.